Hey guys, welcome back to Pokemon Spotlight. In this video I will be spotlighting yet another Pokemon that I feel has the potential to have an awesome Galarian form. There's been some criticisms of the recent trailers and announcements regarding Pokemon Sword and Shield, saying that they are focusing too much on Generation 1 Pokemon as far as Galarian forms, new evolutions, and Gigantamax forms are concerned. So to add to the criticisms, I will be spotlighting a Generation 1 Pokemon in this video. And that Pokemon is Slowbro. As usual, before I start, please leave a like down below, it really helps out, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and comment which Pokemon you would like to see have a Galarian form. So, if any Gen 1ers have been watching this series, you'll be pleased to see that I'm finally spotlighting a Pokemon from the first generation. Then, you'll be disappointed to see that it's Slowbro. Slowbro, as its name suggests, is known for being exceptionally slow. It has a base speed stat of 30, and while that is indeed slow, it's nowhere near the lowest base speed out there. Other Pokemon with a 30 base speed include Snorlax, Sudowoodo, Sunflora, Steelix, and Magcargo. And then you have Pokemon such as Parasect, Aromatisse, Musharna, Gigalith, Ferrothorn, Escavalier, Sandygast, and Shuckle, who are actually slower than Slowbro. Several of these Pokemon I've just named are actually pretty commonly used by NPCs in the game, so if you are using a Slowbro, you may actually go first every rare now and then. Other than its speed, Slowbro actually has pretty good stats. It has a 100 base special attack, 110 defense, and 80 special defense. Since all the best psychic and water type moves are special, its relatively low attack is not really a concern. It has a total base stat of 490. To put that in perspective, it shares its base stat total with Victreebel, Electabuzz, Miltank, Altaria, Gothitelle, and Passimian. Appearance-wise, Slowbro's shell does somewhat resemble that of a hermit crab's, which makes sense as Slowbro is known as the hermit crab Pokemon. Bulbapedia also mentions Slowbro having a physical similarity to giant otters, giant salamanders, and hippopotamuses. The shell on its tail is a shelder, which has latched on with many sharp teeth and acts similar to how a leech would on a real-life hermit crab. Now that I've talked about Slowbro for a little bit, I want to talk about why it is a perfect contender for a Galarian form. The more that I think about it actually, Slowbro is a perfect contender not just to have a Galarian form, but to have multiple forms. Like I mentioned before, the shell on its tail is a shelder. Slowpoke evolves into Slowbro when a shelder bites its tail.
Slowpoke. Oh, Slowpoke is beginning to evolve!
Needless to say, the shelder's form also changes, but that's the kind of worms I kinda don't want to open right now. My thought is, what would happen if a Pokemon other than Shelder were to bite its tail? Apparently, I'm not the first one to have this question. A few months ago, Dobbs uploaded a video with 10 Pokemon he'd like to see have Galarian forms, and Slowbro was one of them. The Slowbro that he showcased had a Carvanha biting its tail, which made the hypothetical Galarian Slowbro a water and dark type. I actually think Carvanha is a great choice of Pokemon to have bite its tail, but my question is, why stop there? For instance, a Quillfish could bite its tail to make Slowbro a water poison type, or Chinchou could make it a water electric type. It doesn't even have to be a water type either. For instance, it could get bitten by a Shroomish and become a psychic and grass type. Because of the method by which Slowpoke evolves, I think Slowbro has the potential for many different forms. For just a single Galarian Slowbro, it would just evolve at level 37 like it does now, but for a potential multi-form Slowbro, it could have a similar evolution method as Mantike evolving into Mantine, in which a certain Pokemon needs to be in the party in order for the evolution to occur. So, if the Slowpoke reaches level 37 while a Quillfish is in the party, it would evolve into that form of Slowbro. Now, the fact that Slowbro is an older Pokemon, and isn't one that is in the spotlight too often, like Pikachu, Meowth, Charizard, and Mewtwo, the chances are extremely slim that we would ever see multi-form Slowbro that evolves based on whatever bites its tail. But I think a single Galarian Slowbro is very realistic. Slowpoke would remain the same, but Slowbro would have a different form based on a Pokemon other than Shelder biting its tail. Kinda like how Cubone stayed the same, but Alolan Marowak was different. Now it's your turn to tell me what you think. Do you like the idea of a Galarian Slowbro? What Pokemon would you want to have bite Slowpoke's tail in order to evolve into a new form of Slowbro? Let me know down in the comments. We're getting close now to Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I hope to be able to make at least one more Spotlight video before the release. So if you have any ideas, leave them down in the comments as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and please, please, please subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Side duck.
Slowbro.
Side duck.
Slowbro.